Alright, see my miniature cell, and here's my plates. See my little plates? John Bedini taught us this. Here's another stack of plates. So what I did was, you see these, that's a divider and that's a divider. This is a factory. See, it's narrower. That's part of an original box. Just part of one. See, see how it's cut off right there? Cut off just two sections. And then I put two dividers, one there and one there and one there and one there. And then I'll put my two plates go in each cell. They go in there. Alright, I'll be back to show you the rest. Okay, came back just for a second. See my little solder job there? My lead. I've got little pieces of lead here, see it? And this is my iron, it's on. And this is the top. And that goes on here. Alright, so I've got these plates. These are all good plates, and I doubled up the separator. Whoops. Can you see it? Yeah, the plate. And see, the separator is fatter than, well, usually they only use one little piece of separator. I used two this time, and I'm going to finish these plates, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I came back, I soldered everything. You can see it there. Now it's a real small battery, okay, but it's made with real good plates. You know how the plates disintegrate on the red side, but this is all good plates. This is the voltage, see it? There is no voltage. Okay, I got it hooked up to the meter right there, and I'm going to charge it. And I put some alum in there with a syringe. I just wetted the cloth in between. That's all I did. And I'm going to start forming plates, so I'll come back. Okay, I came back after 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and you'll see the meter over there. I got my little supply, and it's just, you can't see it, but it's just barely cracked off the bottom. Just a little bit of current going in there, and this is pretty much max and coming down on my supply. That's a 12-volt variable. I can dial it down with this, and I got it all the way up. Okay, now watch what happens. Remember, the cell didn't have any volts on it. Now I'm going to unhook the charging terminal. There. Okay. Charging terminal is off. Oh, look at that. 11 coming down. The plates are not even formed yet, and we have 11 volts on there. I've got a little tiny light I could try for you. Let's see if I can get any. Here's a little light. I don't know if it'll put out anything. Probably will. Okay, I'm going to try to touch it to there, and you'll see it light up. If it not, it's not going to light up. I should have an LED. This is so small. Let me see if I can do it with one hand or not. See the volts? It's not formed yet, so there's no light. It's not even cracking the filament on there. So anyways, I got 10 volts, and I gotta keep forming plates, maybe adding a little juice. But you see, it was no power in there at all, and now look at it, only 4 minutes forming. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I came back. You see the voltage coming down? I'm forming those plates, and as I do, the voltage starts racing down to 12 volts more, and the amps go up. see the amps might be noticeable to you. Just a few milliamps is all we're getting there. But where you really see it is the voltage. Once it kicks in, it'll just keep coming down. John taught us that when it comes down, it's all the way down where it's supposed to be. If it's not over current, then it's charged. See it go down to 16? See that? And that's only wetted. Now what I want to do is fill those cells up full after I check how much power I can get for a while out of these. And then I'll come back and show you more. Right, bye. Okay, it's 5 minutes later. Alright, and I hit this bank of LEDs on there. See, one side's hooked up. This terminal soldered red is the wrong color, but this is the negative right here, and this is the positive. Now watch the voltage when I touch it. When I touch the lights on. Okay, you'll see the light should light up. Whoa! See, the volts went right down to 3 to 5. So there is a lot of power in that battery already for such a little battery, and it recovers so nice. All right, I'll come back and I'll show you more. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. There might be 200 milliamps there, or maybe a little more, and this is coming down now a little bit more, and it's been 15 minutes. All right, now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna unhook it and hook a 12-volt light up to it after 15 minutes. Okay, now there's your voltage. It's coming down on there, and I have a 12-volt bulb right here. That's an LED bulb with a lot of bulbs in there, but it's a one-shot deal. And you can see, I'll let you see the light and the meter at the same time. You ready? See it there? There's your light and your meter. See it holding? See it holding current right there? See, that light is really bright, and it's staying up. Now this is an Alum battery. Now if you discharge a lead acid battery all the time, it's dead in just a few cycles. But an Alum battery is a alkaline battery, and you can charge and discharge it forever, and it won't sulfate. That's the biggie. It won't swell up and turn to mush, the plates, like a lead acid battery does. So I'll be back. I'm gonna keep charging it now for probably an hour, and then I'll come back. But you can see that for what little plate I got such a tiny plate. This is all I got for a plate. It's maybe an inch and something by 2 inches. Yeah. And they're factory lead plates, but they're just the negative. And the negatives never disintegrate, usually, unless it's really old. But this one is real tough, and the red plates went to hell fast, and they just turned to graham cracker. And so I've got all of these are negatives in there, but I'm gonna form it an alkaline battery now. Okay, so I've got that's an alkaline battery right there, one of them. That one's dead. No, that one's dead. I got a couple of them that were alkalines, and they hung in there. They didn't swell up and break and disintegrate. So okay, I'm gonna come back. Let me get this back on charge here. Watch the meter. Get this gator clamp on there, and you can see the meter. See, it's come way down compared to, well, it was at 17 volts. Now it's creeping down, and it's taking a charge. Now the reason why I want to discharge it a little with these bulbs is because the more you charge it and discharge it, the more charge it will take. So I'll wait a little longer now and let it charge up for, well, it's been 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes on this last one, so I'll come back. Okay, I'm back, and I had to turn the voltage down so the amps would come down, and it's still charging. It's been 1 hour. Okay, so now I'm going to unhook the charger, and I'm going to hook up the light here in a minute when the voltage stabilizes. Now this is how quick an ice battery charges up and holds its power if your plates are good. And once you use the alkaline, you can count on it staying that way. Not like a lead acid battery that you know, it's only going to last a few discharges. You can discharge this all the way down too with a light, where a lead acid battery would die to death. Now these set a little lower. You can see even after only 1 hour charging, it's going to be more like 2 volts per cell. Alright, now, but you know, it will be higher if you charge it 20 hours like you're supposed to. Okay, so now I'm going to hook up the light. You ready? I'm going to hook up this wire right here. Alright, come on, wire. Stay hooked. Alright, see the light and see the volts. So I got real power in that battery, and I just formed that battery only for 1 hour. An inverter will shut off at 10.5 volts. And this is a powerful light, a powerful LED for that small a battery. It's really bright. It'll just hang right there. So now all I got to do, this is my final entry on this battery. I'm just going to get me some terminals going here. Here's my top. And I got the holes through for the negative and the positive. And I'm just going to come through there, set it on, and put some kind of silicone around there and push it together. And I'll have a rechargeable battery. And it's really just a talk piece, but you can run a light with it. You can run these little lights with it. It's really a demonstration piece for my son, because he just walked out of here, but for class, this is a good learning tool. And all I used was these little plates that have been sitting around in a bad battery for years. And these are good and will remain good. The alkaline will not ruin the other plate, the red plate. In years, it will take years for it to go down. For it to, I mean, disintegrate or, you know, deteriorate, instead of like a couple of years with discharges, and not even that. With discharging fully, a lead acid battery might last 5 or 10, like a car battery. If you discharge a car battery, or a deep cycle they call it, which is a joke, and you discharge it about 10 times, 5-10 times, that battery is ruined. You can't get much power from it when you keep recharging. Something happens to it, destroys it. These batteries are alkaline batteries. You can discharge them all the way down, and they hold power all the way down, and you can charge them all the way up hundreds of times. So don't forget the Alum battery or the alkaline battery. I didn't put any Epsom salts in this one, just Alum, or I think they call it aluminum sulfate, the chemical name. All right, that's it for now. Bye.